Today I'm going to show you how to take a test. And the reason I'm showing you some of these test taking strategies that I use is because when you get on SchoolNet to complete a reading test or any kind of test, I really want you to know ways that you can help yourself get better results. Okay? It's not always about knowing the answers, but sometimes it's about the strategies you use to find the answers. So I'm going to pull this up right here, and it says read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. Refer to the text to check your answers when appropriate, meaning go back in the text, highlight where you found your answers. That is always a good one. However, before I even read this, I'm going to go look and see what some of my questions are. So I'm actually just going to do a couple of questions. Let's go through some of the questions. Which best expresses the main idea of the second paragraph? So as I can see, I'm looking for the main idea. Well, the main idea I already know is that, and I can put a little note here if I want. The main idea of a story is, what is the whole story about? Give it a new title. I'm going to put that there because I know that's what the main idea is, and I'm going to annotate. If you can't annotate on a test, you can always write it down on your paper. That will help you remember that you're looking for the main idea. The next question says, why does the author think that you should read books that are boring? So I'm looking for why should I read books that are boring? And what I want you to do when you get to questions like these are answer it in your own words before you look at the answers. If you answer it in your own words, why do they say I should read books that are boring? Answer it in your own words. Then match your answers to match your own words. That usually gives you the best answer instead of just an answer. The next one, which best expresses the main idea of the third paragraph? Well, what's the third paragraph all about? What is a title for the third paragraph? Let me spell it correctly. What is a title for the third paragraph? What is the third paragraph all about? The last one I'm going to look for is which is not a reason given by the author why students fail to complete reading assignments. When they say what's not a reason, they are asking you to prove all the answers. The one you can't prove with the text is the answer to this question. Okay? So what we're going to do now, and I only did the 4 questions. There are obviously more and we can keep going. But let's get an idea. Let's go back up and read. As I'm reading, I might be able to answer some of these. So like, why should we read books that are boring? I might want to highlight that in my text. Okay. Did you know that some people don't do their reading assignments? It's shocking, but it's true. Some students don't even read short texts that they are assigned in class. There are many reasons for this. They may be distracted or bored. They may be unwilling to focus. They may be unconfident readers. Whatever the reason, it has to stop today. Here's why. Reading stimulates your mind. It is like a workout for your brain. When people get old, their muscles begin to deteriorate. They get weaker and their strength leaves them. Exercise can prevent this loss. The same thing happens to people's brains when they get older. Brain power and speed decline with age. Reading strengthens your brain and prevents these declines. You can benefit from reading in the near term too. Reading provides knowledge. Knowledge is power. Therefore, reading can make you a more powerful person. That's interesting. You can learn to do new things by reading. Do you want to make video games? Do you want to design clothing? Reading can teach you all this and more, but you have to get good at reading. The only way to get good at something is to practice. That's important as well. Read everything that you can in school, regardless of whether you find it interesting. Reading expands your vocabulary. Even a boring text can teach you new words. So that's what they said. Even a boring text. Why should you read a boring text? Because it teaches you new words. Having a larger vocabulary will help you express yourself. You'll be able to speak, write, and think more intelligently. What's boring about that? I can go answer that question right now, but I'm going to finish the story in this case. Do not just discount a text because it's unfamiliar to you. Each time you read, you are exposed to new ideas and perspectives. Reading can change the way that you understand the world. It can give you a broader perspective on things. It can make you worldlier. You can learn how people live in faraway places. You can learn about cultures different from your own. Reading is good for your state of mind. It has a calming effect. It can lower your stress levels and help you relax. You can escape from your troubles for a moment when you read, and it's a positive escape. The benefits of reading far outweigh those of acting like a doofus. So do yourself a favor the next time you get a reading assignment. Take as much as you can from it, squeeze it for every drop of knowledge that it contains. Then move on to the next one. Okay, so what I'm going to come down here and do, I'm going to look at those answers again. What best expresses the main idea of the second paragraph? Well, I have to go up here and find paragraph 2. What is a title I can give paragraph 2? Reading stimulates your mind. It's like a workout for your brain. When people get old, their muscles begin to deteriorate. They get weaker and their strength leaves them. Exercise can prevent this loss. The same thing happens to people's brains when they get older. Brain power and speed decline with age. Reading strengthens your brain and prevents these declines. So the more you read, the stronger your brain gets. That's what I get out of this. Well, let's see if we can find that, okay? Reading is exciting. Age affects the body in many ways. Reading strengthens your mind, or working out keeps your body in shape. Although they did talk about working out keeping your body in shape, that wasn't what that paragraph was about. So I'm going to cross it out. I don't like that answer. They also didn't say this reading is exciting, so I'm going to cross that out. So I've got 2 things they talked about. Age affects the body in many ways. Reading strengthens your mind. Which title would you put on paragraph 2? That your body struggles with age, or that reading strengthens your mind? Well, if I came down here, I would probably pick reading strengthens the mind. Okay? I can circle it like that. I can undo that because that's awful big. Let's see if we can make this a little bit smaller. Okay? Reading strengthens the mind. All right, let's go back up to the next one. Why does the author think that you should read books that are boring? Answer this in your own words. So in my own words, he says I should read books that are boring. Whoops. Let me click undo because that's not what I wanted. I want a text box. And let me put my text box. It's not letting me put, there we go. So I'm going to put my text box. And the reason I do that is because I'm going to answer in my own words. I'm also going to make it smaller so it fits. Why should I read? Because it's boring. Okay, so it can teach you new words and expand your vocabulary. It teaches you new things and expands your vocabulary. Okay, that's the answer that I'm looking for, something that matches that. So let's look. You will eventually grow to love them if you read enough. You will get better grades in reading class. You will make your teacher very happy, or you will learn new words. Which one matches? Well, although you would make your teacher very happy if you read more, we are going to say this is not a reason to read boring books. Another reason not to read boring books is because you'll get better grades in class. Okay? A reason might be that you'll eventually grow to love them, but what did we say? It says it expands your vocabulary. So we're actually going to go with it expanding your vocabulary. You learn new words. That matches what the author thought, because you have to remember you're looking for what he thinks or she thinks. We're back to main idea. What title can I put on the 3rd paragraph? What title can I put on paragraph 3? So we have 1, 2, 3, paragraph 3, you can benefit from reading in the near term too. Reading provides knowledge. Knowledge is power. Therefore, reading can make you a more powerful person. You can learn to do new things by reading. Do you want to make video games? Do you want to design clothing? Reading can teach you all this and more, but you have to get good at reading. And the only way to get good at something is to practice. So I can give this a new title. Reading practice makes you powerful. That sounds like a good title. Reading practice makes you powerful. Now let's go see if that's true. What do we have down here that matches just that? Okay, so I'm going to click drawing. Actually, I'm going to click strike through because we're going to take some of these out. Which best expresses the main idea of the third paragraph? Reading can benefit you. That's true. You can learn to program video games or design clothing by reading. That was true too. He did say that. You can learn amazing things and become a better person by reading. True. And knowledge is power. What would be a great title for that third paragraph? When we said reading practice makes you powerful, that was a big word that we used. So, you can learn, this is a good thing, but this was a detail from the text. Okay? This was also a detail from the text, but not what we want to put as a title. So, reading can benefit you. That's a good answer. Knowledge is power. Which one is the better of the two answers? Well, I said reading makes you powerful. That's what the author said. So I'm going to go with the one that goes along with what the author said. Knowledge is power. That's what the third paragraph was all about. The last one we're going to do is which is not a reason given by the author why students fail to complete reading assignments. Why do they fail? They may be bored, they may be unwilling to focus, they may be distracted, they may be tired. Let me go back up to that first paragraph and see which ones I can prove. Students may be bored and unwilling to focus. See if that's in there. Did you know that some people don't do their reading assignments? It's shocking, but it's true. Some students don't even read short text they're assigned in class. There are many reasons for this, so here's all the reasons. They may be distracted. Look at that one right there. They may be distracted. Okay? I'm going to highlight that. They may be distracted. And then I'm going to come down here and it says students may be distracted. Remember, I'm looking for the one that we cannot prove, not a reason. So it already said they may be distracted. I'm going to mark it off. Let's go back. Or bored. So we keep going and they have the word bored. Well, that was on there too. I can prove that they may be bored. So I'm going to cross that out. And then I'm going to go back up and it says they may be unwilling to focus. They may be unwilling to focus. Let me go back down here. They may be unwilling to focus. There are 3 reasons the author gave of why people fail to complete reading assignments. Can I prove that they may be tired? Did he say that? They may be unconfident readers. Whatever the reason, it has to stop today, and here's why. So the one that they did not mention, the one that I cannot prove, is that students may be tired. So I crossed off the ones I can prove using the text and left the one that I cannot prove, which would be my answer. These are just some strategies you can use as you take the test. Be sure to check on more strategies throughout the year that I may add on how to complete a test.